Coming up on DU Sports.
Drury men's soccer looks to head into the GLVC tournament on a winning streak,
while the Lady Panthers soccer team searches for consistency.
The fall season is over for both Drury golf teams. What do head coaches Kellen Mast and Lisa Tinkler have to say?
From baseball to hockey to hunting, we've got all kinds of new guest reporter stories.
And don't forget to catch Friday Night Football every Friday night on KDRU.
All this and more
right here on DU Sports.
What's good and what's up? I'm Bobby Hearn and he's John Miller.
And we're back for episode number 2 on the year after a short delay.
We apologize. Usually we'll have a new show on the air for you about every 3 weeks.
But some stuff came up this time, like some people went to Singapore.
Yeah, and you went AWOL after your Cubs got knocked out of the playoffs.
Let's not talk about it, okay? Let's just get started.
In men's soccer, no one expected much from Alf Bilbao's team this year.
In fact, the team was picked to finish 7th out of 13 teams in the GLVC.
Needless to say, that probably won't be happening.
Let's update you on the Panthers, shall we?
We shall. On September 14th, the Panthers took on the University of Southern Indiana at home.
The game saw the Panthers outscore their opponents 6-1 thanks to both Steve Olszewski and Marco Charisma scoring 2 goals apiece.
That would be win number 4 out of 8 consecutive victories for the Panthers, including in an overtime thriller against the number 1 team in the nation, the Northern Kentucky Norse.
That string of victories vaulted the previously unranked Panthers to the number 7 spot in the nation.
But that ranking was short-lived. The Panthers lost their next 3 games before getting back in the winning column against St. Joseph's College.
And as you can see on the Panthers' schedule there, the team hasn't exactly gotten it all together since then, tying Wisconsin Parkside and falling to both Quincy and Lewis.
Just like the men, Coach Bilbao's Lady Panthers have also been struggling with consistency.
We pick up the action back in late September in the first of 3 home games for the LPs.
Facing off against GLVC foe Northern Kentucky, the Lady Panthers wouldn't have much to growl about in a 3-1 loss.
2 days later, the team was back out on Harrison Stadium, squaring off in a long, hot Sunday afternoon game against the University of Indy.
The story of the game was good defense on both sides of the ball.
Neither team really got anything going in this one, though, and after 2.5 hours, the game's final score was the same as when it started, all zeros.
Drury rounded out their 3-game homestand 3 days later against Maryville University in a 3-2 win.
Then the Lady Panthers took the show on the road for the next 4 games, notching victories against Rockhurst, St. Joe's, and a 1-0 loss to number 11 Wisconsin Parkside.
Your voice doing all right there?
It's freaking out here.
They returned home, notching a 2-1 victory over Lewis University in a game that saw freshman Nicole Williams score both Drury goals. 2
days later, the Lady Panthers fell to Quincy 1-0.
It's been a busy few weeks for Coach Bilbao, who recently became a father for the third time, so congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, not only coaching 2 teams, but fathering 3 kids, the man stays busy.
Speaking of busy, being a member of a nationally recognized swim team isn't exactly a leisurely activity.
Both swim teams will be taking to the water 8 different times by mid-December.
In her first contribution to the show, new DU Sports reporter Jenn Dean profiles Drury women's diver Aimee Pry.
My name is Aimee Pry. I'm a sophomore here at Drury and a diver. This is my 2nd year diving at Drury. I was introduced to diving from a friend who I cheered with. I used to be a gymnast, and then I got into cheerleading from that, and then from that I got into diving. And I actually first started diving at Drury with Richard in a summer program before high school even started. Before any meet, I try to just have fun with it and stay pretty calm, not take anything too seriously. During the meet, I have to completely dry myself off in between each dive with my Sammy, and I almost always redo my ponytail before each dive. This year, I would like to qualify for nationals earlier on in the year, and then also I'd like to get my dives a little bit harder, so that my scores can get higher, because my diving difficulty will be higher. Every day we have practice from 1 to 3, and then 2 or 3 times a week we have morning practice at 6:30. We work on trampoline skills and also have a harness that goes around our waist.
Come on, throw! No, you're not. going like this.
And we also have some mats in this gym where we work on just doing flips and different techniques outside of the water.
Let's go. Good. Okay. Keep your eyes up. See it?
I'd have to say I was more obsessed with the gymnastics during the Olympics than I was with the diving. Watching them just makes me miss that sport, but also gets me motivated to be the best I can doing what I am now.
Coming up after the break,
We head to River Cut where both the men and women's golf teams were in action.
we'll also take you onto the football field for an in-depth look at one of Springfield's most dynamic athletes.
And we'll show you the latest in men's and women's cross country.
This time, it doesn't involve fighting or censorship.
You know the guys who wear the skates on the ice and, well, beat each other up?
That would be hockey?
Correct. And Springfield isn't exactly a hockey town.
Jake Carnevale has the story.
Hi, I'm Alex Steven Dollarhide, and I play inline hockey. I hung around the rink a lot, and I'm what is called a rink rat, and I just started playing for competition. Me and my team and coaches and everything went up to St. Louis and played nationals, and we ended up winning, and we drank Hawaiian punch out of the cup. Basically, it's just kind of like a as fun thing, you know, kind of hang out and get some exercise and have fun. All right, well, I coach a little kids hockey team, and we teach them the fundamentals and help them want to come back and just have fun. I mean, get it started, get the word out that we like playing hockey here, and hopefully they'll like it too. I play forward, which is a position where you take the puck to the net and you get passes from other players and you make goals, try to score. Well, I like taking slap shots, but it's not necessarily my best. It's just fun to get the power under the stick and try to see if you can get lucky. Yeah, I'm exceptionally glad that I started. I'm just so glad that I got to meet new friends and hang out with other people and just go on trips, and so much fun just playing hockey and winning. I mean, even when you don't win, it's a lot of fun. I mean, just coming out here and just having a blast.
You never know, it could make a comeback.
I know you can't skate, but John did run a 5K race recently. How'd it go?
Well, let's just say I probably wouldn't make the cross-country team here.
I'll explain. When finishing third in a meet is considered a bad meet, you know you're on a pretty good team.
That's exactly the case for the men's cross-country team at Drury, who recently placed third in the Ted Lloyd Stampede at Harding University. Aimee Zapatero took fourth overall in the men's 8K with a time of 24 minutes, 49.85 seconds, with Stephen Bush and Derek Berry finishing 15th and 17th overall respectively.
As far as the women were concerned, the Lady Panthers took fourth in the same meet, led by Tia Young with her 16th place finish, Lindsay Bennett, Katie Burke-Bigler, and Kimberly Shagno, each sneaking in the top 30. Amy Gardner's volleyball team had high hopes coming into this season.
After finishing last season with around a 500 record, the ladies had bigger hopes for this year.
Unfortunately, things haven't gone as planned.
Let's get you up to date on Lady Panther volleyball.
Through their first 10 matches, the LPs stood 5-5 overall heading into their first conference home match.
Unfortunately, the Lady Panthers would lose this match 3-2 to UMSL.
Sophomore Kyrie Hopkins led 4 Lady Panthers with double-figure kills with 14.
Sophomore setter Austin Warren set a season-high 40 assists in the loss for Drury.
Following the loss, the Lady Panthers would go 3-1 in their next 4 matches, gearing them up for a showdown against rival Southwest Baptist.
I suppose this matchup is called the Highway 13 series?
Or Bloody 13.
It's volleyball, let's not get out of hand here.
Anyway, in this match, the Lady Bearcats would pull out a 13th all-time in the fifth game to win the final 2 points and ultimately the match.
With the loss, Drury fell to 8-8 on the campaign.
Since that match, the Lady Panthers have knocked off conference opponents Kentucky Wesleyan and St. Joseph's.
But their struggle to hang around 500 has continued as Drury dropped all 3 matches in a 2-day tournament in Indiana.
The Lady Panthers look to get back on track as the conference tournament approaches.